In this video, we will be talking about factoring a polynomial by grouping, specifically polynomials with 4 terms. So, this first example, we have x squared minus 3x plus 5x minus 15. So, normally you probably look at that and think, oh my gosh, I can combine negative 3x and 5x to be 2x. Don't do that. So, to factor by grouping, we are first going to split our polynomial into 2. So literally just break it in half. Our first group is x squared minus 3x. Our second group is 5x minus 15. The next thing that we are going to do is find the GCF. So our GCF of this first group, x squared minus 3x, is x. We are going to factor out the GCF of that group. So x goes in front. X squared divided by x is x. Negative 3x divided by x is negative 3. So that's our first group. I'm going to continue that split down. Our GCF of this second group, 5x minus 15, is 5. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to factor out that GCF. So it becomes 5 times x minus 3. So now, when you do this, you should notice that now both groups have an x minus 3. So we are going to take that common term, that x minus 3, we're going to write that in front. Now, in our second set of parentheses, we are going to take whatever we have left over. So we have x from this first one, and then we have a positive 5 in the second one. So our second set of parentheses becomes x plus 5. So our answer is x minus 3 times x plus 5. Now we can also check this by FOILing it out. So let's check it. So FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. So our first would be x times x is x squared. Our outers are x times 5, so plus 5x. Our inners are negative 3 times x, so minus 3x. And our last is negative 3 times 5, so minus 15. This matches up with that in a different order, but we're still good. Alright, so now in this second example, we have 16x squared c plus 8xyd minus 16x squared d minus 8xyc. This looks really crazy. So, when you are factoring polynomials, the first thing that you always want to do is look for a GCF. So in here, we can factor out an 8x because every term can be divided by 8, and every term has at least one x. So, 8x factored out. We get 2xc plus yd minus 2xd minus yc. So now from here, you may be looking at this and you're like, if I group that and that, I'm not really seeing any GCFs. So if you get to this point and you are stuck, one thing you can do is rearrange this. So I am going to group together the terms that have C's and the terms that have D's. You could also look at this and say, I'm going to group together the X's and the Y's. Either way, it'll work out. So I'm going to rewrite this as 2xc minus yc minus 2xd plus yd. Now, this is when we factor by grouping. So we're going to split it into our groups, and we're going to factor it out. This first group, our GCF is C, so we put the C in front, and we have 2x minus y left over. In this second set, our GCF is D, and I'm going to take out the negative because that's what's in front here. So we're going to take out negative D. We're left with 2x minus y inside. If you took out a positive D, you would end up with negative 2x plus y. Since that's the same order as this with opposite signs, that would tell you that you just need to pull out a negative. Easy fix. So now, we have that 2x minus y, that's the same, so that comes first. And then we have c minus d left over, so that goes at the end. And then we have to remember to bring that 8x in front, because that was still part of it. So our answer becomes 8x times 2x minus y times c minus d.